You're listening to CHIP-FM 101.7, and we just heard a great selection of music by Elyse Saunders, who's on the phone with me from Toronto, singer-songwriter extraordinaire. Thank you very much for giving us a call, Elyse.
Hello, Chad. Thank you for having me on.
Well, not a problem. It's our pleasure. You've been here in the past. You made the long trip to come perform for us, and we really appreciate that. And I think every one of your songs that we have in the system is quite the treasure. And
thank you.
We're going to be adding to our database because you've just released a brand new song.
Yeah, I just released a Christmas song to radio, and I haven't released for a while, so it's pretty exciting.
Fancy that, around this time of year that you would release a Christmas song. and not only that, it's an original, right?
Yep, I actually have co-written on this one with a friend, Peter Linsman, who's also a Torontonian. So, yeah, we've written the song together, and we're pretty excited about it.
Did it whet your appetite to possibly come out with more releases after Christmas?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely want to do a lot more releases after Christmas. We're just in the production process right now, and actually it's going to be a bunch of songs that I've co-written with some different people in Nashville as well, so it's pretty exciting because there's some amazing songs that I'm really excited to release.
So it's been a couple of years since you were here at the radio station, and about the same amount of time, maybe a little bit less, that we've had the last single from you. How have you been spending your time in the last little bit?
Basically, I've just been kind of in the whole creative process, kind of coming up with the sound that I want for the next album, and I've been making several trips to Nashville, writing with a few different people. Some of them, to name a few, there's Daryl Burgess, Rob Crosby, Bernie Nelson, some amazing writers from Nashville. And also I've been writing with some Canadians. There's a friend named Joe Hash. He's an amazing writer. And Linda M. is what she goes by. I've written with her. So we're looking at all these different songs that I've written with these amazing writers. And so I went through all that process and grown really as a writer, so that's been a lot of fun. And I've also just been performing for different charity events and festivals and things like that, and just kind of making my band strong. I just kind of put some different band members together over the past year, and we've been working on getting a strong, solid sound and becoming like, a family up on stage. So that's been a process in itself as well.
Have there been any challenges in that time that you weren't expecting?
I would say there's always challenges to face with anything. There's challenges with trying to capture that sound that you want, and there's challenges of trying to find, I guess, money, recording, and money and funding to make trips to Nashville, and just finding the right support and players that I want for my band as well. As that's hard to find as well, to find the right people that you want to represent you as your band. So all of that stuff has been challenges, but it's all been a great learning process too.
Speaking of support, I believe, now correct me if I'm wrong, when you came to our radio station to perform at our radiothon, your dad drove, right?
Yeah, he did. That was a fun trip.
I love the video you posted on your way back too. Speaking of your experience here, very kind of you to say of us. And the reason I'm asking is I'm just curious if that support still continues with your family.
Definitely, my mom and my dad are my number one supporters, and I can always lean on them for when I'm feeling like I'm struggling through some things, or if I need a little bit of advice, like, because there's people that will tell you a million things, but I always trust what my parents say, and if they have, a gut feeling about something, I always go to them with my troubles, and they seem to make them all better. So definitely having my parents around and keeps me grounded as I become more independent, away from my parents, and grow in my music career as an adult, and as an artist. They're still there backing me, and they're at all my shows and making me feel positive and upbeat. So that's amazing that I have that support.
As an adult, it sounds like you haven't been one for long.
Not really. I wouldn't consider it like I'm still like growing as an adult, I would say, but I'm 23 years old, so I'm a young adult, you could say.
Ah, okay. Um, you mentioned that your parents have helped you with some problem solving. Have they ever lended or suggested an idea that you've adopted that you might not have thought of before?
Well, my dad's been really good for that throughout the years. When I first started, I was 17 or 18. I'm not sure if I think I was 17. So when I first started, so I leaned on him for a lot of different ideas and decision making because I didn't have anyone at the beginning of my career. And my dad has a lot of business sense because he's owned a lot of businesses in the past. So he's been very creative and helpful in the business side of things where he's put a lot of light and ideas into certain things that I wouldn't even have thought of. So that's actually really grown on me over the years too. So and my mom as well, she's very creative and some ideas she comes up with some song ideas and things like that because I always looked up to her growing up because she used to write songs and then used to sing. So she'll throw some ideas at me every now and then, like titles or ideas, and I'm always like, oh, yeah, that's an awesome idea. I could definitely use that. So I always jot them down and keep them in the book for an idea, so if it comes up for the right time.
You mentioned your mom sang. Do you have anyone else in the family that has musical talent that you have seeked advice from?
I don't really have anyone else in the family that's really musical. Like, no one really went down the music path in my family, but definitely my mom's side are all musically talented. They all used to sing and play instruments, and my grandpa, her dad, used to sing. So I'm sure that's where all of the creativity comes from. I'm sure a lot, but yeah, nobody that I really had in the family that was in the music business or anything.
I know that the future releases and recordings are still in the concept stage, but do you have any preference as to what themes you'd like to promote in your new album?
Well, I've been deciding on the title of the album, and it's actually one of the songs I wrote in Nashville. I really enjoy the song, and it has a great message, and also I feel it fits perfectly with where I'm at with my music. And so we're thinking the title is going to be I'm On My Way for the album. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's just about the journey of life.
Nice. Is there anything that that's upcoming that you'd like to mention on this interview? Like performances or...
Yeah, definitely. I'd like to mention I do have a show December 8th in Toronto. It's at the Orbit Room, which actually one of the guitar players from Rush owns it, so it's a pretty cool little spot. And it's for a charity event that I've been wanting to do for a while now, and this year I just it all came together. So it's going to be Warm Coats, Warm Hearts, country benefit, and I'm asking a few different artist friends that I know out to the event to support it. And what it is I'm asking people to donate winter jackets for the cold winter season, because there's a lot of people out there that can't afford a really warm jacket, and I've always thought that's really important, is just to be able to provide that for people. And it's through a website called onewarmcoat.org, and we're asking at different agencies in Toronto. There's one, Eva's Initiatives. Another agency is Hope for Children Fund, and we're going to donate the coats to those two agencies. So Eva's Initiatives is more of a youth-oriented one, and Hope for Children Fund is more children. And if I get any adult-sized coats, I'm going to look into an agency for that as well. So basically I'm asking people to donate winter jackets at an admission, and if they can't do that, then they'll just donate what they can for the money jar, and that will go towards purchasing new coats. And so that's pretty exciting. And the proceeds at the event, as well as the proceeds from the sales of my single, will go towards the funding for that as well. So, and then the artists that I have coming out, you might recognize some of them, is Cadence Grace, Derek James Tilley, Kate Todd, and chaplain Michael Cooper, Patrick Dune, and then myself. So it's going to be a pretty fun event. That's December 8th, and it's going to be starting at about 4 p.m. and go to about 9:30 p.m.
Could you give us the website address again, please?
It's onewarmcoat.org.
Say again?
onewarmcoat.org.
Oh, okay. And is one spelt out, or is it the number?
Yes, spelt out.
All right. Now, you mentioned this charity and that you have done other charitable events in recent times. Is there any that you, besides the one you just mentioned, that you hold dear more than others, or are all causes that you sing for is equally important?
Well, I think they're all pretty equally important. Like, I've enjoyed being a part of them all because they're definitely all for really good reasons and things behind them that I think I really believe in. But there is one that that I've been asked to, and I'm kind of represented as an artist for this particular one, is Building Bands Canada, and it's a Toronto-based one as well. And it actually, basically what they do is they have concerts that they put on to raise money for building bands in Canada for children and youth that are struggling, and they come from hardship homes. So what that Building Bands does is they provide free lessons to children and youth, and they also provide free instruments. So they're bringing music into kids' lives that maybe never would have had it before, and it's giving them like that positive influence and something that they can work at, and hopefully that will make a difference in their life as they grow up.
Well, I think it's just amazing, Elyse, the way that you yourself are building your own career, but never stopping, never avoiding the chance to help out others along the way, which I think is totally awesome. You mentioned that part of the proceeds of this single we're going to hear is going to charity. Did I understand that right? Yes.
The proceeds that we do have will also go towards the charity as well. So I'm going to be selling a few different of the CD singles at the event. So I'm hoping that people will buy those, and then I can share the proceeds there. And also, actually, if people are interested, I do have the Warm Christmas single. We did a little video for it for YouTube purposes, just to get it out there and for people to listen to it. And so it's on YouTube today, actually, and my YouTube channel is youtube.com/Elyse Saunders, and Warm Christmas comes up right on there.
I think I'm subscribed.
Okay, there you go.
So you mentioned Perfect. The single is Warm Christmas, and that it's available on YouTube, and it's going to be available to purchase online soon. Tell us a little bit about the song.
The song, it was influenced by the event, the Warm Coat, Warm Hearts event that I've created. And I had the idea of, obviously, Warm Coats, Warm Hearts for a long time. And then I also wanted to do a Christmas song. So when I wrote the song, I was coming up with all these ideas, and the word warm kept sticking out to me. So Warm Christmas, and it kind of goes along the lines of the Warm Coats, Warm Hearts. And Warm Christmas, I didn't want it to be, like traditional Christmas song. I wanted it to kind of have like this bigger message to it. So Warm Christmas has the message in itself is to take time at Christmas time and to cherish the loved ones you have, and to take time for yourself and look out for the people that are in need, that need that special someone in their life at Christmas time, because it's a hard time in everyone's life, and like either if it's Christmas or if it's not, we all need that special someone to help us out every now and then. So it's about that, and just being together at Christmas and not really worrying about gifts and money and presents, just to worry about the simple things.
So warm in the sense of being caring, not going down to Florida and having Christmas down there.
Yeah, we want snow this Christmas.
Do you have snow in Toronto currently?
We don't really have any snow, but I was actually in my hometown in Peterborough this past weekend, and there was lots of snow there, so that was kind of nice to see. It got me in a little bit of the spirits of Christmas. So.
Well, Elyse, it's been great talking to you, and we're going to spin your song right away. And I should mention, too, I don't, if I've done any other Christmas songs, it was with another interview. So you're one of the first Christmas songs to play at our radio station. I think the norm here is not before December, so you're getting a little. People are going to get a little early taste and hear your song right now. And I thank you very much for calling, and I sure hope we get to talk again sooner than we did the last time.
Exactly, I agree, and I appreciate you having me on the show as well, and it's been great talking to you as well.
Thanks, Elyse. Here's Elyse Saunders with "Warm Christmas."
12 days to Christmas is written on the board. Whispers turn to laughter as the children talk some more. The teacher says 5 more minutes to finish up your list.